And that is seriously nutty. And it's almost illegally easy to make. But not only that, because when you buy almonds in bulk like this is 420 grams each, which here is €5. That would be what, $6 per bag, something like that. But if you go to the store and you buy a small jar of almond butter, 150, 200 grams, it will cost you €5-6. So here we get 840 grams.
The other is a pure theft.
Exactly, exactly. We're going to put it straight in a rimmed baking sheet lined with baking paper. Spread them out. See, we want to leave the skin on. You could use skinless almonds that has been blanched and then remove the skin. But first of all, you get a lot of flavor from the skin, and they contain polyphenols, which are a very potent.
Very antioxidants.
Exactly. So we want, you could also do this raw and make raw almond butter, but I prefer it to roast it, so you get that roasty, deeper flavor, like I did also with the peanut butter we made here on the channel. Link down below how to make that.
Naughty boy.
Yeah, I like nut butters. What can I say? Anyway, so this goes into the middle rack in our oven, 180 degrees for about 20 minutes. We're going to stir it up a little bit in the middle, and then I'll see you after. And a good 20 minutes, and now they are starting to smell and look good. So now we get them out of here, and I will show you how you determine that. When some of them starts cracking like this, don't take them any further, because then they will start burning. Now we need to let them cool down, but a small trick to make that go faster. Stainless steel pan from the fridge, and then pour them in here. That way we cool them down faster, and we actually shock them a little bit. So now we leave them here for, I don't know exactly how long, but until they are down to, let's say, lukewarm temperature before we process them. Here they are, cooled down, and it's a little bit funny. You can actually hear them cracking. I don't know if you can hear it. Maybe you can't, but they're saying click, 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 they're cracking. It's very, very funny. One of the important things about cooling them down, I'll show you right now. Once they're cold, they crunch like crazy. If you put them in your blender or your food processor when they're warm, they're soft, and then it will just be, they won't crumble up correctly. So now, food processor, high power blender, whatever you have. And I will start blending. I'll not start right now because then you can't hear what I'm saying. But have a spatula ready, because during the process you will have to start pushing it down. So just start blending. And now you see here what happens is, when it starts doing this, that's when the natural oils, they start releasing, and then it sort of stays on top here, and that's when you have to start pushing it down whenever that happens.
Yes.
So, like
but
this.
They still crumble.
Exactly, and we keep blending. And you see now, when you open, it starts keeping down on its own. It starts getting slightly glossy on the sides here. Mm-hmm. So now it will keep blending and releasing the natural oils and get more and more creamy. So now it's a question, how much you blend it depends how creamy you want it. The longer you blend, the creamier and softer it gets. So I want to continue quite some more. And now it's almost there. This is what you would call, let's call it chunky almond butter. But right now, I want to take it further. But I want to add a good pinch of salt. So we can spin it, and then we can give it a taste so we get to the right level. You want to add some salt here. It needs that to be really good. Otherwise, it's very bland. So let's continue, because I want it more creamy also. And let's see, because I think now I have the consistency I'm looking for. You see here, now it's like very creamy, almost runny, but be mindful because it's warm from the spinning here. So you have to think about that when it cools down to room temperature or fridge temperature, then it will get thicker again. So this is like the perfect consistency. Yeah. And then I want to give it just a taste for salt. So I'm sure where I am. That's perfect for salt. We will jar this up and then we'll see you for the taste test. There we are, moment of truth. And you see the yield. I put it in this little glass here because that would be one of the glasses sizes you could buy in a supermarket, and that will cost you easy €6. But we have at least 1, 2, 3,
Plus.
maybe 3.5. So let's say this is then, you would pay 18, 20 euros to buy this in a store, and this is for 10 euros. So it's about half price, not a bad thing. So
And it's not just about the price.
no, it's also because you can control your taste, how roasty you make it, and all these things. So there are many good things in this. Plus, I like making it. It's a fun process. But let me give it a shot here on some toasted bread, because that's where it belongs. That's what it's made for. It's fantastic. Beautiful alternative to peanut butter. Very different flavor. Basically, you can do this with cashews, any nut, whatever.
Hazelnuts, whatever you like.
Okay,
I mean.
peanuts is actually not a nut, but that's another
No.
story. And I mentioned in the beginning that you can do this with raw almonds. It's just a slightly different process because then you have to add a little bit of neutral oil. For this batch, 4 or 5 tablespoons, because if it's not roasted, it won't release its natural oils that easy. Apart from that, raw almond butter also, but I love the roasted flavor, so I would go for this any day. If you're up for it, give it a shot.